Welcome to Washed.
The whitest things.
I fuck with this show. I think it's like, you know, when you really think about the whitest shit you ever done.
I didn't prepare for this question at all. I didn't have any thoughts to this question.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Washed. I'm your host, Orlando, and we have Lante with us today. How's it going, Lante?
Chilling, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me, dog.
You excited?
Honestly, yeah, man. I've been thinking about this shit a lot, and I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of white shit I've done, but I don't know if it's really white shit because it's some white shit I won't do.
I mean, we'll let them decide if it's white or not. First of all, why don't you start off telling us where you're from and then where you are now?
Dope. So, I'm born and raised Detroit, Michigan. Spent my whole life there pretty much.
Shout out to the D. Shout out to Dilla.
Yeah, hey, exactly.
Gotta put on for the man. Rest in peace.
I currently reside in fucking Puyallup, Washington. Some of y'all might not know where the fuck that's at. It's by Tacoma. You've heard of Tacoma, I'm pretty sure, but Puyallup's a small, like, white town. and if you're from the Northwest, if I say the State Fair, you'll know where Puyallup is. I live literally 5 minutes from the State Fairground. So,
yo, you know I met Nate Robinson. Well, I didn't meet him. I saw him at an ATM, but I saw Nate Robinson at an ATM going to the State Fair. Yeah.
See what I mean? Everybody in Northwest knows where the State Fair is. So yeah, that's where I reside. So put that in perspective when I talk about this white shit.
How far away are you from Seattle? Because it's like 45?
Like 45 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, sometimes less. If you drive the way I drive, I can get here in like 30.
And how would you identify yourself?
Black.
Straight up.
Black.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck about all them people talking about, I got a little Cherokee in my family, or my great-grandfather was white. I am black.
Yeah, we love that, man. Let's get into it, man.
Let's do it.
What's the whitest thing you've ever done, Lante?
The white, okay, man. Honestly, I feel like I've done a few white things, and y'all might not think this is some white shit, but to me, this is some white shit because I'm from Detroit where, like, we see white shit and we say, yo, that's some white shit. So,
tell us your perspective. That's what we care about.
All right, this one time I was at a fucking party. It's my homeboy's party. Shout out to Ryan. He's one of my white homeboys, and he had like a little fiesta type joint or whatever, and we started playing this new game. This shit was called beer darts. Beer darts. And I'm not gonna lie, this is a dope ass game.
Yeah, and it sounds white already.
It's white as fuck.
Yeah,
it's, you know, and some of the whitest shit I've done, I feel like it's mainly some college shit.
Yeah.
But the people in Puyallup, like, they're mainly like college white kids.
Yeah. That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, beer darts. And the game is basically, you got to play the shit outside unless you want to get your house fucked up. But you play the shit outside on the grass. You get 3 sets of darts, 3 sets of people on each side, okay? You set the fucking beers in the fucking triangle.
Yeah.
All right? And on the opposite side, you got 3 people versus 3 people. And the object of the game is to, like, obviously pierce the fucking beer.
Like a aluminum can of beer, like a Bud Light.
Yes, a can. Yeah, exactly.
Or a Rainier to be more Northwest specific.
Yes, a Rainier. Gotcha. Shout out to Rainier plug.
Gotcha.
So you fucking pierce the can of beer, and if you pierce my can of beer, I have to shotgun the shit. White as fuck, right?
It makes sense you have to shotgun it because the hole's already in there. So you just go from the hole.
You just go from the hole.
You got to open it to get that air, and then you just go.
Let's keep in mind, before I came to Washington, I didn't know what the fuck a beer pong was. I didn't know what the fuck.
Word?
Straight up. Like, when I say I'm from Detroit, like, I'm from the city, like, the city. We don't know. This is a lot of shit that I won't do. Like, some niggas might say, yo, the whitest shit I ever done. To me, white shit is camping.
Yes. Oh, I was having a conversation about that with someone else. I just saw recently, I don't know who it was. What's his dude? The dude, Trevor Noah, the dude that does the Daily Show now.
Dope. Love him.
He was like, what's the point of going out somewhere where there's nowhere to live?
Yes.
Nowhere to dump? Like,
bro, my idea
every day
of camping is you're playing homeless.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I got a fucking house.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to go out to the woods and play homeless, my nigga. Like, that's stupid.
I'm not gonna front. I do enjoy camping, but at my age now, I'd rather have a cabin. Last time I went camping, it was not a fun experience. I was with way too many people that they just weren't cutting it. I wasn't about it.
I'm not going to the woods. You know what I'm saying? I already live in Puyallup where there's a whole bunch of trees and shit. All right? I'm not going to nobody's woods talking about, yeah, let's go camping, let's go hiking. Fuck that. I'm not doing it. That's some white shit that I would not do.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Another thing, I feel like this might be some white shit that I've done, and the reason why I call it white shit because a black person should never you should never do this as a black person or let this be done. And I was young. So what I'm about to say, don't if you're any black people out there, do not let this happen. You might have white friends, and you might think your white friends are cool as shit, and you might think they're down as fuck, but do not let this happen. Never let your white friends say the N-word. I feel like that's okay, and I was young, so I'm gonna explain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're young, you're new in Puyallup, you're trying to fit in a little bit, you know what I'm saying? This is around like 2011, where I didn't, like, my identity was really like out of high school, skinny jeans, like this is the end of the like jerkin era, like, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't know who the fuck I was. But long story short, white homeboy, you know, he's cool, so I'm thinking like, yeah, bro, you can say it. And like, I knew the shit was wrong. I felt it was wrong, but that's probably the whitest shit I've ever done. Was allow.
You gave someone a pass.
I gave somebody.
You gave someone
a pass.
the N-word pass.
I gave somebody a pass, and you know what I'm saying. Never let that shit happen. Just know if you see me in the street, don't think you getting the pass. It's not happening. I learned too much in life.
He said he deaded that in 2011, so don't come trying him again.
Not happening. That's the whitest shit I feel like I've ever done.
Yeah,
that'll be my
That's
top.
pretty good, man. Yeah. That's pretty good. I would say so far that may be one of my favorite answers. And the reason, like the fact that you recoiled that to, you're like, nah, not no more. I fuck with that too. I fuck with that.
Fuck that. I realize you gotta realize who the fuck you are first and foremost. You grow. So I mean, no diss to 2011 Lante, but that nigga was weird, and he was going through some weird shit in life. But,
hey man, sometimes we all gotta do some shit just to grow. It makes sense. I understand it.
Yeah, that was some weird.
I'm not disrespecting your moves. I'm just saying I'm glad you figured out.
Yeah.
What was what?
For sure.
Yeah. After we went there, I'm gonna just go straight into this one. What's the whitest shit you're grateful for?
The whitest shit I'm grateful for. You know what? This is what I'm gonna say. This is the whitest thing I'm grateful for. And to me, this I feel like white people started this shit, so that's just what I'm gonna fucking say. And maybe it was, you know, some darker people too, but the whitest thing I'm like grateful for is probably skateboarding, bro.
Word?
The reason why I say that is because growing up in Detroit, black boys didn't skateboard.
Nope.
And I skateboarded. Like,
yo, shout out to,
you know what I'm saying? My nigga E, I love this guy. No,
we just had. I just want to explain to the listeners what just happened, and I usually cut out that like awkward lag in the middle, but my roommate just did a victory lap to that.
Yeah,
we have Lupe Fiasco and Pharrell to thank for that.
Yeah.
Pharrell wasn't very active on the skateboard, but
he,
I mean,
he introduced it to people who wasn't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I used to hate skateboarding, low key, like used to hate it, and that's why like I think it was important for Lupe to step out, and that's a man.
Here's the thing why I say that, because like black people, we got a lot of influences that a lot of motherfuckers, you know, take and use and all that shit. And we influenced a lot, you know, first and foremost, streetwear. Think about this shit. Streetwear was never a thing until we created that shit, cross colors and all that shit. Like we created streetwear, and now look at it. But anyway, so you gotta show love to skateboarding, because skateboarding is also a fucking multi-industry type thing now, fashion wise. Yeah. I mean, I gotta shout out to skateboarding because that shit showed me something different, and I liked it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, yo, that shit's tight. And nobody in the D was skateboarding. I used to get called white boy, weirdo, you're acting like white boy, all that shit. So that's I'm grateful for skateboarding.
Nail on the head, man. Nail on the head. Thank you, skateboarding.
Yes, thank you.
At the end of the day, thank you, skateboarding.
Because I mean, like you said, Pharrell put us hip to that shit. What's my man's name? Terry. What was his name?
Oh,
what's his name?
Yo, E, what's that dude's name? He's a skater right now, right?
He's an older skater now.
But he does Terry Kennedy.
Terry Kennedy.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Compton as Terry.
Yo, I was fucking
TK.
with Terry Kennedy. I remember, TK, when he was like...
Fly Society is his... shout out to Fly Society. Shout out Terry Kennedy.
Yeah.
When you had to skate, did you have anyone to skate with? Or
No.
Was that like when you...
We used to like dead ass... I used to skate like... Try to jump residential curbs.
Yeah.
There was nowhere to
go.
I was the manual king, my nigga, because like there was nothing to like, there was no tricks I could really do.
Yeah.
I mean, like I used to manual all the fucking time. Like, you know, that was my shit. There was no skate parks to go to. Like you could ollie, but you could try to jump over shit. But that's the cool thing about skateboarding, because it's like it was made off of shit that was, you know, shit that was in your neighborhood.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes it like, to me, that's what intrigues me about skating, is the fact that it has that with the same culture that like hip hop has with like what we do. Like we as minorities, like we're very DIY. We're very like figure out what we can do with what we have. That's why I fuck with that culture.
And most of it, and the type of person that I am, most of the shit that I like, I research a lot of history about it, and I'm very DIY about it. So I guess like the most second thing that I can say that like I'm grateful for white people for, because we didn't invent this shit, but even though we made it better, and even though like, you know, brown people, Dominicans, Mexicans, we made it better.
Yeah.
It's fucking baseball. Like, I'm grateful that they invented this shit.
Yeah.
But like, we took that shit to another level. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
took
come
it to
on.
another
What do you
level.
expect?
We took it to another level.
All you need is sticking the ball.
And since the beginning of fucking times, if you think about it, baseball has been a game that's been played by everybody. All you need, like you said, a stick and a ball. That's all you need. And like the game itself, if you look at some of these people, let's just look at the last fucking World Series champions, Houston.
Yeah.
Look at Altuve. If you see Altuve walking on the street right now, he's about 5'3".
Yeah.
He don't look like a sports athlete at
Yeah.
all, but he just won the fucking World Series.
Yep.
Like, that's why I love baseball, because it's not like you could be a fat ass Babe Ruth with skinny ass legs, but really knock shit out the park. I love baseball. Like, that's the second thing I can say. Like, I'm most grateful for baseball and fucking skateboarding.
Yeah,
for sure.
What's the whitest shit you've ever had to experience that wasn't for yourself?
Okay, well, in Puyallup, there's a lot of fucking hicks. There's like, and sorry, no diss to hicks, but there's a lot of like Romeo wearing farm motherfuckers. Hicks.
If you don't know what Romeos are,
yeah,
you're gonna have to look that up, because I don't really want to explain it. And
but you know what they are.
Yeah, I know what they are.
Okay,
I know
cool,
what Romeos are.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, look that shit up any fucking way. Man, and it's always okay. Boom, and at the fucking Puyallup Fair, there's always a fucking like trade show of some sort. There's like a hunting show and shit, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, I live 5 minutes away, so I have to drive by this shit every day.
Time.
So every time I drive, if I drive by and I see one of these fucking trade shows, everybody who comes out that bitch is white.
Yeah.
With the hunting gear and shit,
Yeah.
they all got a lifted truck. If you don't know, Northwest Motorsports is like, that was the first spot they landed. It was in Puyallup. So think about that shit. Northwest Motorsports, if you're from Northwest and you've seen those commercials, lifted ass trucks, some hick ass shit. Any goddamn way. That's like some shit I would drive by like, yo, that's some white shit. You know, I'm not going to that bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And nobody I know is going there, but some white people.
Yeah.
You know, so that's probably some shit that was like, yeah, that's white. I'm not doing that shit.
I didn't know that about motorsports though.
Yeah,
they came
Northwest
out of
Motorsports. Yeah, they're in
Word?
Puyallup. I feel like, I'm pretty sure, and you niggas can correct me if I'm wrong. You could fucking tweet me or some shit. But I'm pretty sure that's where they first started, was Puyallup.
Damn, that's crazy. Look at that.
Yeah.
He's teaching us history left and right. I'm very thankful to have you on the
No,
show.
for sure. I love history, by the way.
What's the whitest shit you've ever bought besides skateboarding shit?
The whitest shit I've ever bought. Okay, boom. I feel like once upon a time, Hollister was pop. Once upon a time in Detroit. And if anybody from Detroit's listening to this shit, don't leave me hanging. Because once upon a time, Hollister was popping, right? And I fucking, in Detroit, like, I don't want to really get into this, but it was once upon a time where in Detroit, niggas was really they wanted to, some kids I was hanging around with, they wanted to be white in a sense. Like,
I'm not gonna front. It was that weird time.
it's like 09.
Well, it was like around Carter 3, right? To give like some sort of cultural perspective. It was around Carter 3 time, because I remember dudes wearing Hollister in my school. The few black dudes that were in my high school. Shout out to Heritage High School.
And we swagged it out. Don't get me wrong. Like, we would swag some Hollister out now. You know what I'm saying? But when I moved here, bro, like, I tried to wear a Hollister shirt. It was just bad. But I feel like that's one of the things I feel like was probably the whitest shit I've ever bought.
Was that with your own money?
With my own money, I bought some Hollister clothes. I'm gonna keep shit real. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. Bought some Hollister clothes and shit didn't work out.
Fuck. I'm trying to think if I've ever personally bought something from Hollister. I don't think I've ever spent my money there, but my parents have, but it's like some shit you would never guess was from Hollister. And then I just took the little tag off and we were straight.
Hey, Sperry Boat shoes. Don't ever sleep on Sperry Boat shoes, bro. Okay. There was a time.
I will not condone wearing Sperry Boat shoes.
Okay, wait, time out.
I will not condone that.
I don't wear them now, but there was a time.
No,
maybe I should just like evaluate there or just like tell you about this shit. It was a time where I dressed preppy. Me and some fucking Sperry Boat shoes. I had the color blocked fucking shorts. I worked at American Eagle, so don't judge me, okay? A nigga worked at American Eagle. So American Eagle, I don't give a fuck what they say. That shit is aimed towards white people. Period, point blank. Okay? PacSun, different thing. American Eagle aimed towards white people. I was rocking some Sperry Boat shoes. I had them bitches in like 4 different colors. Comfy ass shoes, first and foremost. And, you know, I think you can swag them out. Will I wear them now? No. But like I said, 19-year-old Lante was rocking some Sperry Boat.
Here's my problem with with Sperry Boat shoes. I'm gonna explain it to you just because I do have a problem with Sperry Boat shoes. Sperry Boat shoes became synonymous with, oh look, I'm trying. You know what I mean? Like, it's that white person's like, I'm gonna put this on so it looks like I know what I'm doing when I get dressed in the morning. For guys, like, it was such an easy thing. Like, that's why I don't fuck with them.
See, for me, it was kind of like, regardless of what people say, but black people and white people, we've been doing this forever. Look back in the 90s. Back in the 90s, Ralph Lauren and all these other brands, Tommy Hilfiger shit, the advertisements that we saw was white folks in them. Like, straight up. White people was rocking this shit, right? Yeah. But what we would do, we would swag that shit out, get it, steal it, whatever we got to do, swag that shit out and made it our own. You know, we've been doing this since the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? We'll get some shit that's not made for us, because that shit was not made for us. And if you think it was, you're a fucking dummy. And if you're rocking Tommy Hilfiger now, you know, that's cool. But I just want to say, he even said the shit before, my clothes is not made for black people, period.
Or Latinos.
But you'll see a picture of that nigga maybe 2016, 2017. Don't remember the date of the picture. But you're going to see a picture of Tommy Hilfiger with a whole bunch of ethnic black kids rocking his retro shit. I just want to say, fuck you, Tommy Hilfiger. Anyway, but the shit wasn't made for us, but we still rocked it. We made it our own. So I feel like we always want what we not necessarily can't have, but what's not aimed. It's like wanting something. What's that shit called?
No, you know what it is? Like, they had I'm gonna shout out real quick, Combat Jack, rest in peace. But they had an episode when Dallas Penn, shout out Dallas Penn, one of the low head kings, and Just Blaze, one of the low head kings.
Time out, you gotta explain people what low heads is.
Nah. If they don't know, they can look it up.
Okay, you're right. They don't know. If you don't know what a low head is, you're just not from that side. Anyway,
I'm gonna break it down really quick. It's about their selling of the American dream. That's why people started to love Ralph so much.
Yeah.
You can go back and find that episode, but like, they broke down like the reasons why, and it's like, it made sense to me. So like, I get that. The one that I don't get it, like, I get Ralph. I understand Ralph. And that double RL shit, that shit is fire every time. And their denim is hard as fuck. Tommy, I will never get behind Tommy.
And you can see Ralph, why I didn't say
Ralph.
Fuck Ralph Lauren, because I fuck Ralph Lauren, but Tommy Hilfiger came out like right after Ralph Lauren, and basically people really thought that Tommy Hilfiger was like, it's a lesser Ralph. I'm not fucking with this shit. Like, you know?
It ain't Ralph though.
Right.
Shit.
So, yeah. So, I mean, I get that. And the reason why, like, Sperry's to me was, like, at one point in time, like, you know, like, being from the hood and, like, you know, you watch shit on TV, you watch Degrassi, you watch all these fucking shows, and you're like, yo, like, what the fuck is that life like? Or, you know, what is that like?
Yeah.
And niggas might not want to be real with themselves, but you always look at the opposite side and say, what is that like?
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, when you're a confused, you know, teenager, you're growing through life and you're trying to figure out who the fuck you are, you're growing as a person, you go through some changes and you go through some trends and you go through some shit. So niggas rocking Sperry's.
It's funny we talk about this today because today is when that Snow Beach jacket came out and everyone caught that L except for a few lucky ones.
You know what I'm saying? Snow Beach. Man. Niggas not hip.
You worked at American Eagle too.
Bro,
that's pretty high up there.
Okay, look, I've worked at American Eagle.
Talk to me.
PacSun.
Talk to me.
Both at the same time, actually, which you normally cannot do.
But
I'm a hard ass worker. There's one time when
we got some melanin in us,
right,
so we gotta work twice.
We gotta work twice as hard. There was one time when I first moved to Washington, bro. Like, it was so many jobs out here. I was like I had homies who didn't have a job. I was like, nigga, you're stupid if you don't have a job because the economy is good here. If you go back to Detroit, there's no job, so you can't have a job.
I mean, unfortunately, there's not much out there either.
Right.
Yeah.
But now, at least this from time, what I know. When I first moved here, it was literally a time where I had 3 jobs. I worked in the same mall. I worked at PacSun, American Eagle, and Lids all at the same time.
I like how you progressively get better as you say those. Just say American Eagle, PacSun, and then Lids. Like, if you do it in that order, it's like progressively better.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. Like, you know, nigga, I had to eat, so
I respect that.
I was gonna get it.
That's a melanin hustle, man.
Yeah, you know,
I get that. I appreciate you having you on today. Shit.
Bro, no, I fuck with this show. I think this is tight. Like, you know, when you really think about the whitest shit you ever done, and it
throws you for a loop.
It throws you for it. I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna say, but I was like, yo, I've been out here for a minute. I've done some white shit.
You worked at American Eagle. Yeah, that's not hard. After you said that.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Most
definitely. Is there anything? I know we talked about a little bit about this off air, but is there anything you want to plug today, man?
I mean, you can follow my SoundCloud, Lante93. Restorative Feeling dropped about almost last year. You can still check that shit out. It's still a very dope tape.
Super soulful.
Very dope tape.
It was a real good project, man. I was listening to it today.
Appreciate
in
that.
preparation, I was listening to it today.
Appreciate that.
That shit was hard.
Yeah. So if you want some soulful fucking music and you want some samples and shit, you want that feeling back, because we're missing that shit sometimes in hip hop, then check that shit out. Lante 93, LANTE_93.
All right, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you head out.
Thank you, bro.
Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at WashPod. Email us at whatswash@gmail.com. This episode of Wash was recorded and produced by Studio 833.